Hello Enchanted ones, and welcome to a forest witch turned sea fairies summer. Join me in this summer series as we create new enchanted memories together off of my summer dream fairies list. Let's together learn new things, embrace the elements and see where nature takes us. And in part 1, today's video, I make my summer fairy list, decorate my altar and fairy home, and manifest my dream summer by making a mermaid potion. So sit back, relax, and keep on watching. Summer is here. Bam! Here we go. You are good at making tea, Senora Thumbelina. You're so cute. Okay, shush. Shush, shush, shush. You stay there. Hello, Enchanted ones, and welcome. Happy summer to you all. I hope you've had a lovely summer solstice celebration wherever you are. This year in summer, I am truly inspired. And this is very new to me. You might have noticed during my videos this year that I've been inspired by pirates. I then got inspired by mermaids, and now I'm just so invested and I'm so inspired by the sun. It's something that has never happened before this time of year. I'm usually like, oh, when's autumn coming in? I don't even want to utter that word right now. I want to embrace summer and all that it has to offer in sun and in rain and in thunderstorms. So in this video, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So I feel like it all is kind of building up to summer. Something's gonna happen, and I can feel it under my skin. Something is. So the first thing I needed to do was create a summer bucket list, but I don't call it a summer bucket list anymore. I don't really like those words. I like a summer fairy dream list. I'm gonna get ready for the day mermaid style. And my seasonal dream lists always deserve a page in my book of shadows. I turned to see the previous list that I had done for spring, and it was so satisfying ticking things off that I had done. I see these lists as a manifestation, as when I write down what I want to do, I see myself achieving it, and it plants little seedlings. And lo and behold, last season went swimmingly. Bar 1 or 2 things, of course, that I need to add to my new list. And then I started to get to work on my fairy summer dream list. And the spring bucket list was great, but this list would be beautiful and inspiring to look at. So of course, I drew a picture of the sun. And this art is inspired by Tangled. I love this film. It's full of adventure and seeing the world for the first time, something I feel that I am doing this summer and I want to achieve. This summer, I want to be connected to all the elements, but the 2 in particular are fire and water. Fire from the golden sun, but also
water, and in this case I want to use watercolour around the sun as a background, mixing and intertwining colours that I'm drawn to now. And the sun, I painted him to be a golden beauty in the centre of the page. If there ever was a dream fairy list that captured my attention, it would be this one. And before I got to work on writing the list, I waited for the paint to dry, and in the meantime I excitedly started to decorate my altar for summer. I wanted to decorate it in a woodsy beach way. So to achieve this, I got out some pearlescent beads and old necklaces, shells, and star anise, seen as the fairy star, but also now the mini pirate ship wheels. And I got to placing everything here and there, hiding everything around little corners so it looked like a little rock pool. And then of course I decorated the fairy's house. And I added so much goodness. Little bottles of shells, beads, strings of pearls, and blue beads really gave a cool sea glass effect. And it was safe to say that my fairy, Holly, was satisfied with her summer abode. And after many hours of rearranging, this is what I got. After the paint was dry, it was time to do a little exercise, which you might like to do this summer also. Something that might align with your soul, especially if you are searching for inspiration. Around the sun, I wrote subtitles like colours, crystals, vibes, energy, activities, bakes and flavours, learn, books, and films. And then focusing on my crown, the top of my head, and looking at the sun in the middle of the page, I simply wrote underneath each subtitle with what came up, with room for more. And the great thing is each person will be entirely different. It's a great way to find out what resonates with you right now and also what is calling you as an individual to see what lies forth on your journey next this summer. So now each day or whenever I feel like doing something when I'm free, I can look at that list and be utterly inspired, whether it's something small or something big. Something I am very excited about this year is my sea witch look, and for this I needed to do a little bit of glamour magic to get me in the right frame of mind. Today I am going for the classic witchy, beachy, wavy look, that windswept, salty wave. And for jewellery, I wanted it to look like lost sea jewels, pearlescent beads and cut glass beads to absorb the sun's rays. I love layers of necklaces. This one used to belong to my mum, and I bought this one in an antique shop not long ago, and they've named it the Heart of the Ocean. That's right, I give my necklaces names. To make myself feel like a strong, powerful sea witch, I put my normal makeup on, but with an extra glazing of this perfectly purple mermaidy highlight, which definitely looked like I'd fallen over and hit my eye on a rock at first. I guess that's fitting and beachy, but eventually it looked like a bejeweled mermaid after I rubbed it in.
Right, what are we going to wear? What is mermaid vibes?
And it was time for my outfit. And I have 2 looks to go for this year. Not today. Elegant mermaid or shabby chic pirate. Plain black, definite pirate vibes. This is pirate or mermaid or witchy. Pirate. Oh, love this skirt. So pretty. I call this look the Lost Wench. Loves it. Loves the Lost Wench. I felt like I was ready for an adventure now I had my sea wench attire on. The Lost Wench. I felt so inspired, so it is time to share with you what's on my fairy summer dream list. But first, I couldn't resist adding a few more little details. And I can't wait to see what my altar looks like with all my finds at the end of summer. Love that. Oh my god. A hagstone is the equivalent of a fairy finder, and I've just realised that. Ah! I love it! Can I just talk about how amazing this has turned out? This is so inviting and I love the colours. These are the colours this year that I am so called to. And this summer, I've made it so clear to myself that I really want to delve and dive straight into colour magic, and it's something that I'm going to be exploring. This colour just reminds me of my crown chakra, but also this very sensitive lavender angel colour. This colour, of course, the woodland, heart, health, happiness, and this turquoise, the sea and the sky, and it's also the colour of my aura, which we'll be exploring too. And gold, the colour of the sun and everything regal. And for some reason, those colours are everything to me, and I'm going to find out why. But I want to do more things with it. I want to paint more suns, and I want colour to play a massive role in this summer and my growth. Along with colour, we also need music, and that's where I'm so excited. I really want to listen to music this year that's very traditional folk. So for example, some ideas like Oh Wally Wally, Down by the Sally Gardens, those kind of traditional Irish, English, Scottish, folk traditional music. But also, of course, I want to write music, and I'm so inspired this year by the sounds of like underwater, this idea of the pedal being used, the pentatonic scale, really low and high vibrational energies. Underwater sound works so differently, and I'm so inspired by that. Like when you're underwater in a swimming pool, you're like, ah, and like no one can hear you, but it's really like, ooh. So yeah. I don't know how I'm going to create that. How am I going to create that? How am I going to do that then? Hey? The pedal just makes everything sound so... Oh, sus2s. sus4s. There's like a little bubbles going up. And 9s. Now that's like a little mermaid, like a little splash, that is. And waves. Top bits there. Little bubbles. And a little splash. And then waves. sus2. sus4, sus2, sus4. Charlie, I want to learn so much
this year. One of them being about mythological creatures you find in the forest, like water sprites, water fairies, mermaids. I've got a couple of great books that will hopefully help me with that. This book is everything, and so is this. I've also been looking into sigils to hopefully do something of the sort on the beach soon. Mixed in with these star anise, I'm also collecting some rocks, which we'll see soon, to make some new runes, a different set of runes. Down here I've got two books that I've been drawn to recently that I've bought, Connecting with Angels and also Discovering Past Lives, which these things, honestly, even the books, even the colours of the books are what I'm drawn to right now. So it's calling me. Along with just trying to teach myself a little bit of Reiki and this Sea Melodies Oracle deck by Jessica Lee, which I love right now. Along with potentially doing a little bit of divination, shell divination, and of course exploring water. DIYs, DIYs, DIYs. A fairy mermaid, a beach craft, a shell chandelier, and this peculiar piece of wood that stood out to me in the woods the other day. And what does it remind you of? Perhaps a ship space?
Because the vibes of this summer are fairy, pirate, mermaid, I want to invest my time in so many new activities and really expand my mind out of its comfort zone, which is magic in itself. Ecstatic dance, beachy times, forest water sprite times, and just being spontaneous, to name a few.
But above all this summer, where I really want to be is home. I want to explore, but also I want to be a humble shell fairy at home, drying herbs, making teas, and having a wonderful time. So won't you join me today for a little bit of that?
Hot me? My little fairy jobs today included bottling up some herbs that I've dried recently, and this is one of my most favourite things to do. Today I have 3 different herbs to add to my little apothecary, so I first prepared the little bottles that I'd reserved for them. The first is blue pea flower. This is a must for summer. It helps with skin and hair health, helps aid relaxation, and is believed to have a strong connection with water and the spiritual realm. That is because of its high frequency, vibrant blue colour.
Oh, it smells really good. Yummy.
And next, lavender. And this I dried from my herb garden. Lavender has such a soft, subtle flavour when used modestly, and it can help us connect with our higher selves.
Charlie, how did your hair get in there, Charlie?
Lavender in a tea, or even just the smell, can help us to unwind and relax, visualise and connect.
Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green.
And lastly, lemon balm. Lemon balm is connected with the sun and a solar plexus. It helps with emotional healing and detoxifies our inner waters. These 3 herbs all have a strong connection to the divine and water. So to kickstart my summer, of course, naturally, I'm going to mix them together into a mermaid potion with some water magic.
Time to make a mermaid themed cup of tea.
This can be served hot or over ice for summer vibes. It can be left a deep dark blue, or with a little lemon it can turn a magical purple colour. So I placed within my teapot a few teaspoons of the pea flowers and I let them brew with some hot water. Beautiful, baby. So perfect. That shade of blue is just heavenly. I love how you can see the lighter blue tones on the outside of the pot, but in the middle it was so deep and dark you could barely see through it, and it reminded me of the ocean and the depths of the unknown. So in summer the energy is so high that the manifestation, you can do a lot of things in summer, so now is the time. And I'm so curious about this adventure that wants to present itself to me that I'm going to really pour something into this in hopes that something might happen and see myself on an adventure. A little spoonful of lemon balm and a touch of lavender to just awaken the crown chakra. And stirred this concoction together, feeling the energy all the way up from my solar plexus, going into the spoon and igniting the water. Water is so magical and it has so much energy running through it, and it really does have memory. It vibrates just like all matter and can give and receive frequencies. So to manifest my dream summer, all I needed to do was say a little incantation to the water to ignite it with energy to allow the magic to unfold. Whatever is meant to be, let it unfold in front of me. I am ready to see. And when I stood back, I realised that the tea leaves were trying to show me a picture in return. And I don't know what you can see here, but I see a horse. And the last time I saw a horse as a spirit guide, it meant that I was at the beginning of an adventure and I was in for quite the ride. So I was very excited for what would come forth upon this new journey today. I took the steaming cup of tea outside to further let the steam of the water swirl into the air. And I gazed at the blue colour of the potion, knowing that something magical was about to unfold. And then I had the sudden urge to draw an oracle card. The first was Prudence. It said, "Don't be lured by the siren's song." And then something whispered to me, "Draw another." Take the helm, be in control of your own ship. And then a third, said the voice. And I got Voyage, set sail on a new course. And just then, something stirred within the air, and the winds turned. It felt very quiet for a moment, and almost eerie, to the point where it felt like something was going to happen. But now I realise it was because I was being called somewhere. So Enchanted Ones, won't you join me next week as we start this journey together? Let us be water sprites and see which mermaids together. See you then, for sandy toes and a sun-kissed nose. All my love, Alwyn.